All right, so Jim, it looks like we are here right about at the start of our team relay race.
And I think, Kaipo, this is going to maybe steal the show as far as excitement, crash and burn, tag and run, and team up. This is really the pinnacle of the Battle of the Paddle. I thought last year, everyone that I talked to, they were like, you know, the elite race, there's just so much going on. There's so much pressure on these athletes. This race kind of takes a little bit of that pressure away.
Are they going to wait for a big set to start?
And the northwest wind just starting to come up here a little bit.
That creepy crawling out there.
Yeah, and I think maybe we're just waiting for a couple last competitors here to make sure they have
Jim,
all
you
their
got a quick blade team in there?
We have probably a couple in here. Yeah, we definitely have.
And that's the start. Let's see who gets to their feet first. Will usually be.
How's that obstacle right there for some of these guys?
Yeah, that big black inflatable thing. Hey, that's in my way.
All right. So it is on, and it's going to be a while till we can identify some of these paddlers right here.
And you know, if you're lucky, in this beach here, it's so steep that you get what we call reverberation waves. So the waves come up, they roll up on the beach, and then they roll back out to the sea.
Yeah, you can get a little backwash out there.
And you can actually get a really nice kind of like surf going like the opposite direction. And if some of these paddlers are able to pick up on a few of these, that's definitely going to help them out with you know, getting their team out in the lead. And I think that the starters that chose that south side of the start there are definitely at an advantage. So let's see who gets to the buoy first. I saw Byron Kurt and Chuck Glenn out there, both very quick on those 12.6s. See some quick changes going on out there. Got a lot of shirts and a lot of skins. Coming around the buoy first, kind of holding that paddle almost like Connor Baxter. Don't have an ID on this guy, but he's tall. I do know that.
So Dan, you know, we've talked about that plunge stroke, and Jim, you're an expert paddler with some different stroke techniques. Do you think they're going to call, there's going to be a name for that Connor Baxter stroke that he's kind of made famous right there?
Maybe I've heard the choke stroke.
The choke stroke, that's a good one.
I don't know if that's like the most aesthetic name for it. Look at this, Travis Grant trying to make a move. It looks like on 978, coming around that corner with a little bit better of a turn there for sure. Both of them went a little bit wider than I thought, but maybe they've got a little peak they're going to try and hunt down. For sure, when you come around the buoy and you're heading back into shore, it's a good idea to look over your shoulder and see. So there's a little peak rolling in north or south of you. You can certainly run for it. Whoever's going to get the first wave here, going to accelerate away from the pack. Otherwise, everyone's going to pick up on the same wave. But here we got a little bump coming in, and certainly the northwest wind picking up here a little bit more, clocking around from the north. This is going to start becoming more of a factor with the wind. You can see the texture on the water.
Is that Danny out there in front?
I think that's now it looks like we got Travis Grant out front.
Travis is out in front.
And then followed by Danny. Looks like Chuck Glenn in there.
We got Danny to the right.
And I'm not recognizing a lot of these guys, unfortunately. I think I saw Colin from, oh no, that was Byron from Hobie. Now we have a list here.
You got a list.
We can check it out, what's going on. We got.
You just got the team names.
Oh, and these guys getting together. A little bit of contact there. Travis, Danny, and the Australian, I believe, here on the far right of the screen.
Oh, this is Chase.
These guys got their own.
Jay Wild here on the right.
Oh, Jay Wild here.
No?
No.
Oh, no, that's Jacko. Paul Jackson on the red Fanatic board.
Oh, Paul Jackson on the red Fanatic.
Yeah,
and here they go for the first run through the chicane. Looks like Travis Brandt's going to come across first.
Travis, Danny, and Paul Jackson.
Followed by Paul Jackson from Fanatic. Let's see who comes up here next. That's Slater Trout on the Infinity board, paddling that quick blade paddle.
Tyson Poplar, Rob Pelkey, Jake.
Zane Schweitzer.
Aaron Napoleon, Colin McPhillips, Kael Abbey. It's a pack.
The mustached Garth man running through the chicane. Right on, Garth.
And it seems like we got the second wave of
round
guys
2.
hitting the beach
Here
right
comes
now.
Daniel from Kings. He's trying to pull his pants up. That's for sure. And
there's Brody.
Brody Welp from YOLO. You only live once.
Pat, there's Pat. Pat Huber.
Pat Huber.
Rainbow Sandals own.
And we got Brooke right here, coming out of Utah. One of our open racers, doing very well, holding it down up there in Park City. Looking for his teammate. I'm sure he'll be racing with his wife on his team, Amy.
And here's little Haley Harrison from Hawaii, 16 years old.
And Mandy McDonald, cancer survivor there with the John Wayne Cancer Foundation, donning the PBR tagged bikini.
Unreal.
Hood River Zone, Steve Gates.
Steve Gates,
Big Wins.
owner of Big Wins, coming all the way down from Hood River. I'm sure he's got his own Big Wins team here.
On the Fanatic.
Oh, and I think they're all going to pick up on the wave. Let's see if Angie can get that wave. She's going to put her right there.
And
that's Jenny Kalmbach,
got it.
actually. That's Jenny Kalmbach coming up.
There goes Jenny. She's going to make up some
All right,
time.
Team PBR coming across the line here. Nice outfits. And here we go on screen, Team PBR running down to her board, calling for the John Wayne Cancer Foundation.
Oh, and this another lady that made up some time and closed up a gap. All right, so Mariko Strickland first to the beach, running around, followed by Jenny Kalmbach.
Angie.
And Angie.
Angie trying to take out Franca.
I think we got Candace coming up here.
And Candace closing in that gap right there. She made up some time for her team.
That's right. And Brandy Backstick for the Team Hobie right on the heels of Candace. So this could get really tight here.
So we're going to the fourth and final paddler right now, right?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Fourth leg coming up.
So this is going to be our final leg for the guys out in front. I think this is C4 coming in right here with George Kronstad.
On the outside.
On the tail right here on the inside right here. It looks like George is probably going to bring this thing in right now, and a win for C4, if I am at all correct.
And they're going to be happy about that. And he had some carnage going down around him. Looks like he was able to steer clear of it with an easy run up here. And that's going to be your winner here for Team C4, taking down the relay race. Team number 921. George Kronstad, Travis Grant,
Mariko Strickland, and Noah Janela.
That's a what we call a loaded team. Nice little top shot there of kind of how the chicane works. A little bit of a horseshoe here. You're taking a couple left-hand turns. It's a pretty steep. It's about a 8 or 9 degree, 10 degree beach there that you're running up. It's steep, and there's a little bit of rocks in there. I know there was a couple little scrapes and bumps and bruises yesterday. No major injuries. Our water safety team doing an excellent job. We couldn't have a better water safety crew here. Also, the California State Parks allowing us to do this here at Doheny State Beach. You couldn't find a more beautiful location to host an event like this, Kaipo.
Yeah, we want to thank the California State Parks Department for allowing us to run this great event and for all their support. All right, so we're going to cut to an interview with Bo down on the beach. Who do you got, Bo?
Well, we got the first place team, C4. I guess, guys, I'm wearing the right hat. So exciting to watch you guys work. Travis, you really set the pace out there on the first leg, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I did, like, bust a nut to try and get as far ahead as I could. So come in the lead and then basically just got to maintain it. Every lap you could get caught or get, or get overtaken. It was a really, really fun. We had a flawless race, so we had no incidents. We got a wave, and then we ended up, I think we got 2 waves in the front in the end. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, you have 8 perfect legs, and we did. So yeah.
So much of this race is so much like the surf life-saving surf carnivals down in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we do this. This is like a tradition at home, like, on the paddle boards and the surf skis, ins and out relay. So yeah, we're very I love this sort of racing. It gets everyone involved, and like everyone loves it here too. But yeah, no, I'd say we definitely have an advantage with basically doing this my whole life as a surf club. But yeah, that's what it's all about, sort of team events. Yeah.
And it's a perfect race to end the 2-day. I mean, it was some grueling, hard racing this morning. Yesterday, the competition, the elite race, and then a fun race at the end.
Yeah, oh, it's still tough, but yeah, no, good fun. It's a great event they do. Be good to see more of these pop up around the world, you know, like Hawaii, California, hopefully Australia, and maybe even Europe. Like, imagine that. That'd be unreal. So.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of good. Well, let's get Mariko over here. She was leg number 3. Mariko, you had a lot of hard work out there in the water, didn't you?
Yeah, it was hard work, but like Travis said, so much fun. And in Hawaii, I was the anchor, and I told him, I'm not doing anchor this time. So I think we had a good lineup, and like you said, everyone had a clean run, and lots of fun, lots of camaraderie with the C4 team.
Well, it was a good thing because there was a lot of carnage, a lot of domino effect. I mean, you didn't have to worry about yourself. You had to worry about somebody next to you taking you out. And Candace got taken out early.
Oh, did she? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. When I was on the waves and even approaching the inside and I could see behind waves coming, I was checking out who I was next to and making sure I had enough room, and I was, bending my legs, getting ready in case their boards came flying at me or something. So it happens, even to the best, like her. So tough one.
Well, there you go, Maria Strickland, one of the other members. Let's talk to Noah Janella from the North Shore. Noah, congratulations, first place in the team relay.
Thanks. Yeah, it was super fun. Stoked. Team relay is just like the funnest event, I think. You got 4 guys helping you pull the weight, so it's good fun.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of work, but you gotta have some fun in this, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. There's all the camaraderie, and it's just like, it's back and forth. You got, who knows? You're paddling in, and someone gets a wave, and all of a sudden tides turn. You're in 5th place from first, so it's fun.
Seems like there's more fun on the beach, on the shoreline, cheering the others on and razzing your friends who are behind you.
Definitely, yeah. It's pretty fun in that sense, and just watching the chaos that comes through the beach. It's definitely pretty amusing.
Okay, congratulations, Noah. Now let's get down to George Costin from Tahiti. George, congratulations. The anchor leg, the most important leg, right?
Yeah. I just focus on what I do and don't focus on everybody. Just go, and trying to make to take a lot of a wave and enough for a win.
How is stand-up in Tahiti? It's growing like wildfire, isn't it?
Yeah, but slowly, not like here. Here is more biggest, like Tahiti's. I have not a race like this, but we try to work on that.
Yeah, but guys like you and Imana and Poto and the whole crew down there, taking it to Chopo and taking it around the island.
Yeah, but it's hard for us to make a good level to come here to try to win.
Well, congratulations. First place. You guys are going to have to split up the cash, but that'll be no problem, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Team C4. Travis Grant, Noah Janella, Mariko Strickland, and George Costance, the winning C4 team. Back up to you guys.
All right, so we're going to take a little commercial break right now, and we'll be back in a bit to the 2011 Battle of the Paddle, Rainbow Sandals Battle of the Paddle after this commercial break. In our open ocean waters in Hawaii, 14-footers are popular. I think in California we see more of the 12.6 range probably, and a lot of the races are 12.6. But especially for bigger guys, this 14-foot category is a key category.
You're on deck. You should have 14-footers on the waterline.
So 14-footers are lining up. You can see both men and women competing together, all different age groups with the 14-foot class, and they're all lined up, and a lot more 14-footers than the Unlimiteds, as you saw, just a small group paddling out. Less than a dozen. What do you say, Kaipo? Just about a dozen paddlers in the Unlimited class.
We don't. All right, and here's our 14-footers. So you can see it's a much bigger field for the 14-footers, and right behind them are the 12.6s.
So the Unlimited class had a 1-minute buffer 14-footer start, so there'll be another buffer minute here before the 12-6 class gets their start.
Now, it's going to be interesting to see if any of these 14-footers will be able to catch up to those unlimited guys who did have that 1-minute start, and I think we are going to see some of that.
Yeah, we're going to see some overlapping. We're going to see the top field class probably a good lap lead on some of the back of the pack, but we'll keep our eyes and ears and camera lenses on our competitors. Again, like Kaipo said, this is the 12-6 stock class, and then under that we have the surfboard class, which is 12 feet and under.
So these 12-6ers, some of these guys could be doubling up, being in the elite race as well as racing in this open race.
12-6s online.
And that sound of the horn is the start. There you go. Here's a live shot of the start of the 12-6 class. And wow, already we got some pickup sticks happening over there. Some
right
crashes. And yeah, and that's the thing. When you have a big field like this, it's always about getting into that clean water.
And look at the shore break coming in, Kaipo.
Yeah, there you go.
Carnage.
We got carnage happening. And as a racer, really your strategy, if you want to be out in front, is you got to get that hole shot and get out of that pack right there where a lot of rail banging and falling happens and a lot of like unstable water because of all the paddlers. Here we go. So nice shot right there, our two front runners.
Someone should tell her it's a stand-up race, not a kneel-down race. SUP. SUP does not mean kneel down.
If you're on your knees and you're paddling, I usually call that the Pocahontas right there.
Is that the Pocahontas?
That's the Pocahontas.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's
That's
the Indian Queen right there.
Yeah. But I don't think Kelly's going to get on her.
No. This is more fun, you know. This is a fun. Although first, second, and third do get some cool trophies. So you want to be first, second, or third in your category, in your age group and your board category.
Here we go. Here's the rest of the unlimited group and possibly some of the 14-foot class merging into this group. So the field's starting to spread out now. Oh, there goes our leader. He goes down. And we're going to have a pass right now.
And there you go. Yeah, he smelled that. He was chasing the whole time, and now he's in the lead.
And we talked about that earlier during the elite race, how your legs are the first thing to go.
Yes.
So even though this is lap 1 into lap number 2, we've got, what, 4 or 5 laps here?
We got 5 laps.
5 laps. So could be a sign that maybe our leader went out a little bit too fast, too hard.
Came out hot. And you know what? That's another thing about racing is really having the discipline to pace yourself. I mean, if you come out hammering and you come out really hot, and you don't have that, you didn't do that kind of backup training, you can burn out really, really easily. The adrenaline kicks in at the start. You're banging away and you're in the lead, but you got to maintain that pace evenly, you know, for your entire 5 laps.
Is that Candace Appleby? I don't know.
No.
Don't think so.
But that is, I believe that is right there, Mr. Gerry Lopez.
Yeah, that is Gerry in yellow.
So Gerry, really cool. Obviously puts in super respectable time and shapes his own equipment still.
Yeah, he's teamed up with the Surf Tech group, and he's got some great boards there. We gave away quite a few. We gave away the actual board he was paddling last year, this past summer in Waikiki.
That's right, yeah.
So Gerry, of course, the 1972, 1973 Pipeline Masters champion. In the early 80s when windsurfing was coming around, Gerry was part of that elite group with Buzzy Kerbox and Robbie Nash and sailing out with them. And, of course, snowboarding on the Explosion there. He was still charging hard and big wave riding. And now in the sport of SUP, he's in the forefront. There's Sparky Longley in the centers in the white 511. Racing right there, and he's got a good stroke.
Of course.
Sparky's got some great equipment there, and he's paddling in.
We see some other racers falling off in the background there, just going to show you that it takes the perfect combination of equipment that's stable enough but still fast, and assessing the conditions and taking the right line. So all that stuff comes.
And he's got the surfing stance you were talking about. When in doubt, there you go.
When in doubt, use a leash.
And he's on his final lap right now. And look at his stroke. Efficient. I mean, he is
in tune with his equipment, isn't he, Dan?
That's right, and he's gonna come around this black rainbow sandals buoy. He's going to take a right shoulder turn, which means that you're taking it right around the buoy. He's gonna come straight into the beach. He's gonna start looking for a wave to pick up here as he rounds that buoy. I believe he's on an Ohana, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, it is an Ohana.
He's got some quick blade shorts on, so I'm sure he's part of the quick blade team.
I can
he's,
see.
He's nodding, and yeah, I'm winning. I know.
You can see the QB there on his shorts and his blade, but no number. I don't know where his race number is.
You know what's funny about Quick Blade, I got to just say right now, especially since I work for Warner, the competition, is Jim Terrell, the owner of Quick Blade, and myself, we are constantly trading paint, and it is so much fun. We have the best time out there paddling together, and that's part of the camaraderie. Sure, we have some competitive brands, but when we hit the water, it's all about having fun.
I think that's one of the DeBoers.
Oh, that is. This should be Dane DeBoer right here.
This is Dane. I was saying Dane or Dick DeBoer. That's Dane.
Dane DeBoer coming out of San Clemente right here. He's a lifelong waterman. You're not going to find one of a better waterman out there. National lifeguard champion.
Yep.
Him and his identical
USLA Ironman champion.
His identical twin brother is the head of our water safety today. And this guy deserves a huge round of applause, which I'm sure he will receive. But Dane DeBoer is certainly a
true Ironman.
Look at him.
He doesn't even need to carry his board across, but he is.
That's right. On that new Ohana Unlimited with the quick blade paddle.
38:46 unofficial time there, and he's on the Unlimited. Second place, Dan Shoemaker out of San Diego, also in the Unlimited class in the 40-year-old age group. He was our leader. Fell early, and that's when Dane passed him and then put the move on him.
And keeling over, and we might have a little calamity here on the center of your screen, and here it is.
Wipe out.
That's
all three of them.
That's a strike. Mother Nature just nailed the strike right there.
We're laughing and fun.
That's right. I think I just saw someone surfing.
Because you know what? We've been there and done that.
That's right.
So, I'm not saying I'm better than what we just saw, but hey, it happens in competition. Those guys, their legs are jello. And they're trying to hang on to that last shore break.
And you know what? At the end of a race, falling down, having to swim after your board and come in, that's
refreshing.
That is just the icing on the cake. You're already maxed out on your...
Let's go down to the beach. We got Kaipo Guerrero and Sparky.
Down here with Jay Sparky Longley, and Sparky, another great open race. Not just the participation, we had over 390 racers, paddlers in this, but great race yourself, man. You're always inspiring to me, always up there killing it.
Well, I was ahead of Gerry for a while, and then he caught me in the end right at the sand. I just hated it, but boy, that sure was a lot of fun, man. It was just really good conditions. Everybody's yahooing everybody. I've never seen so many people. It's wonderful.
That is a great thing, and the great thing about the open race is it's all inclusive. We have 4 board classes, we have all the age divisions, so everybody has a chance at getting a trophy.
That's just great. The 10-year-old kids were passing me. A 7-year-old man passed me. They were yahooing. It was wonderful. Just all the classes. Everybody was there together.
And I love the Gerry Sparky rivalry. I can't get over that. I love that.
Oh God, he was on my butt all the time, and just right at the end, he caught me in the sand. I just can't believe.
Well, I just want to thank you again for putting on. This is only the first day of our 2-day event, for putting on another epic Battle of the Paddle here at Doheny, and we're just having such a great time here, Jay.
Thanks very much, Kaipo.
All right, back to you guys up in the booth.
Okay, we'd just like to give some shouts out there to Ulysses Marquez, who also came across the line. I'm Bo Hodge along with Dan. We're here at the Dana Point Rainbow Sandals Gerry Lopez Battle of the Paddle, wrapping up the open age group race. We're going to take a break right now, hear from some of our great sponsors. But when we come back, it'll be 2 o'clock for the Elite Championship race, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Jump and semi do the wild thing. Would you rock, you come and move a bar. Tell me to jump and semi do the wild thing. Rock, you come move a bar. Semi jump and semi do the wild thing. Would you rock, hear this? Move like a girl, then you move a sexy.
As California's first state beach, Doheny covers 62 acres of scenic oceanfront and beckons to all those seeking sun, sand, and surf. Doheny State Beach is one of hundreds of California state parks, protecting the state's natural and cultural environment and offering high-quality recreational and educational opportunities. Plan your next California State Park adventure by visiting www.parks.ca.gov.
Doheny State Beach Park here in Dana Point 2011. Battle of the Paddle, and we are at the beginning. Moments to the start of our elite final race. These first 50 yards can make or break your race.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what we're looking at right now. Everyone lining back up. You can see kind of clearing out some kelp right there, getting caught up in the fins.
Well, the kelp can be a huge factor in the start of this race, can't it?
Certainly.
Add extra drag to the board.
That'll hold you back. A big piece of bladder kelp, and it grows by the forest here.
There we go.
That is our start.
The horn, not Kelly French. So we're underway, Kaipo. This is the elite race. Top 10 men with prize money. Top 5 Wahine. And
guess who got the whole shot?
Number 7.
George Kronstadt. I'm telling you, these Tahitians, they're born with a paddle in their hand.
Jamie Mitchell off on the right hand. He's out in front of the green buoy. We see Danny Ching on screen right now, and he is digging hard.
Yeah, so this is it. This is for all the marbles. First place taking home $5,000.
Well, I think you nudged out a little information from Danny from the earlier interview. He likes to start out fast. Yeah. He wants the lead. He wants the clean water.
He wants the clean water. And you know, that's a winning strategy right there. But the key is to do all that training up front so that not only do you get the whole shot, but you're able to maintain that lead once you get it. And that's when technique and conditioning all comes through. Here is our ladies start. They're starting right after the guys.
They are 1 minute behind the men, so we have a 2 staggered start here, just like we had in the open age group. And, you know, I've heard that talked about in NASCAR, you know. The guys out in front have the clean air. Right. So, you know, a little bit portraying here in SUP racing.
Yeah, well, you know, as this sport evolves and grows, we're going to see a lot of similarities happening right now.
Here we go. There's some of our lead Wahinis now making their way on the inside.
Oh, that's disastrous. Competitor down, boards all the way into the beach, paddles all over the place.
So we're seeing on the turnaround buoy, if we can get the cameraman on the turnaround, the first turnaround buoy on the inside, there's a lot of carnage. Boards loose, paddles loose, being separated on that black buoy.
When you're on your knees like that.
This is amazing. This race has some drama early in this field. Connor Baxter, Danny Ching, our defending champion, and George Cristant out of Tahiti in the lead group. But there is some questions if they legally rounded that inside black buoy. And so we're not speculating they did not. We were hindered, but some of our spotters up here on the tower has indicated that possibly they have missed that buoy.
Yeah, we won't know until we get the official word on that, but yeah.
We'll just keep that in the back. We'll not talk about it anymore.
That's right. Interesting turn of events, but we're back to live action right now, and we still got a race in front of us, obviously, as we see this straight-on shot right here. Danny Ching and Jamie Mitchell and Connor Baxter.
We've got a replay, Kaipo, of the first turn buoy, so we're going to show that right now and recap.
Let's take a look at that.
Here they go. All 3 of these guys catching a wave.
So it's Jamie Mitchell, Danny Ching, and Connor Baxter. Now Danny is on the far right-hand side of the screen. You see him fall down his board, and he bumps into the buoy there.
He's on the left-hand side of the buoy.
And
that's Danny. That's who we're talking about.
So he got on that side. You can see Jamie making his way around the buoy, but yet Danny right there.
Okay, here comes the boys here.
Yeah, well, he kind of got on the inside of the buoy right there, around it.
Maybe his board was one way and he was the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we were telling you, it was George Cristant. We're corrected. That is Jamie Mitchell. We got Jamie Mitchell, Danny Ching, Connor Baxter in the lead group.
A man right here, Dan Revere.
Dan Revere, one of our commentators, and he's in the upper third. And boy, look at this pack coming in now. Oh my God. This is the largest group through the run shoot we've seen all morning. We are in the exciting action. There they go, more competitors. Waiting for our first Wahine, and here we go. Candace Appleby, and it looks like also number 12, Brandy Bastick.
Wow.
And they're neck and neck.
Local girl, Brandy, but look at this, up in front of them, the young Kiwi, and we're talking girls who are coming after her.
Riggs Napoleon also, yeah. Annabelle Anderson.
Annabelle Anderson from New Zealand, the young Kiwi.
Look at Candace, she's pissed. Well, she's not leading.
Annabelle,
this drives her.
Annabelle was talking to me a little bit about this earlier, that she wanted to give Candace a run right now.
Gerry Lopez.
Gerry Lopez.
Right behind Candace Appleby. Yeah. Oh my God, Jerry's taking this serious. See Rob Rojas. Also Byron Kurt in that group.
Looks like we got a loose board.
There's number 143, Rob Pelkey, former U.S. Ironman champion in the lifeguard division.
And Dave Bainey from Infinity right behind him. So we should be seeing the ladies come up here soon.
Danny Ching, Connor Baxter, with Baxter still in the lead, but Ching has now just a half board back, and look at Candace Appleby. She is focused, she is wired.
Candace keeping her lead,
and the girls are catching Candace. They're a lot further up. That's Annabelle Anderson, and also number 12, Brandy Bastick.
Yeah. So they are in the chase of Candace Appleby.
Kevin Nearson right there on your screen, number 148. You see also number 130, Jake Portwood. Where they go, Jake?
There's a move right there, look at, he's gonna pass him. Yeah, there he goes.
So this is going to be the race. This is the exciting buoy. When we come in on the inside, we're going to see Connor Baxter and Danny Ching with Jamie Mitchell now in third. It could come up to the run on the beach. So here we go. They'll be going out to the black buoy, and they'll be heading back in. Time on the clock, 41:19 and counting. 41:19 and counting. Baxter out of Maui in the lead. Number 6 last year, he is 17 years old. 17 years old. Danny Ching, 28 years old. Jamie Mitchell, 34. Jamie Mitchell considered the best prone paddler in the world, winning the world championship for the last 10 years. Molokai to Oahu, 32 miles across the channel. Danny Ching, Olympic paddler, OC1 paddler, and possibly the best SUP paddler in the last 2 years.
Yeah, you're right. And look at this look at this cast of 3 right here.
Listen, hey, Connor Baxter has not won the race yet. He is in the lead on the last buoy turn. There he goes, backside turn.
And Jamie Mitchell falls down.
Mitchell goes down. Mitchell goes down. There goes Danny Ching. He's in second.
So that could be a break for young Connor Baxter right there. But look at Danny Ching's going to kick it into overdrive right now.
Gerry Lopez in the chicane on his last lap. Okay, so they have opened up the original chute, so I stand corrected.
So, but here we go. This is the finish right here. Can Danny Ching reel in Connor Baxter at this last moment? Connor paddling for his life right now. Once again with that choked up short stroke style on his starboard.
So starboard in the lead, followed by 404, followed by Surf Tech.
Yeah, so starboard, 404, and then the Hui Kai by Surf Tech. That is...
Those are the equipment boards that they're using. And look at Connor. He's going to try to choke. He's going to try to pinch these guys in.
Well,
so he can have the chute on the run-up. There's a strategy he is using right now.
He's hurting Danny. He's doing a good job.
He's pushing Danny north.
And he's actually you know what, Bo, you called that because that strategy worked for him because that's exactly what he did. He's going to put himself in a better position on the beach for this final run. And we might be seeing a new Rainbow Sandal Battle of the Paddle champion.
17-year-old Connor Baxter out of Maui is going to win the Battle of the Paddle presented by Rainbow Sandals. Unbelievable. Connor Baxter, a time currently 43 minutes, 43 seconds. Here he comes, number 6, 17-year-old Connor Baxter in first. Second place, Jamie Mitchell. Third place, defending champion, Danny Ching. What a race. That is truly an exciting race. Will go down in the history books of SUP racing. The technique, the strategy, the way Connor Baxter held himself in there with Mitchell and with Ching, and the turnarounds and the wave catching and the sprinting and the relaxations of riding those waves coming in. Unbelievable. We're gonna send Kaipo Guerrero down to talk to all three of those men as they grab their air. Look, Connor Baxter is just gasping for air. He's left everything out in the water. Here we go. Okay, let's throw it down to Kaipo right now.
All right, thank you, Bo. I am down here with the winner of the 2011 Battle of the Paddle Championships here in Doheny Beach, Mr. Connor Baxter, making Maui proud, making Hawaii proud. Connor, I've watched you, all spring and summer, dominating all the Hawaii races. Now you take it here to the complete international, the best of the best. You were in a three-man battle that entire race with probably arguably the best paddleboarder in the world, Jamie Mitchell, the defending champ, Danny Ching, and you came out a winner. Tell us a little bit about your race and especially some of those tricky buoy turns that you guys had to negotiate.
All around super good race. It was amazing. I mean, being up there with Jamie and Danny it was so cool. I didn't think I had it in me, but I did. I paddled my hardest and I didn't let them out of my sight, and that was my plan. I mean, catching every little bump, and yeah, the buoys were interesting. I had one that I did a full barrel roll, but made it. But so much fun out there with Danny and Dave, and Danny and Jamie, and can't wait for next year. And yeah,
a great shot. Just a few competitors left out in the field there. And what a great day of racing here at Dana Point. Let's go back down to Kaipo Guerrero. Kaipo.
All right, thank you, Bo. I'm here with the women's winner, Candace Appleby. She is the reigning champ, and she's been on quite a roll. It all started in Waikiki, in the Waikiki Battle of the Paddle there at Fort DeRussy, and that was back in May. And since May, she's won every race that she's been in throughout this entire summer. Pretty incredible, and another dominant performance here at the Battle of the Paddle. Congratulations, and how was your race?
It was a really good race. I had a lot of fun, and I've been racing every weekend all summer since the Battle of the Paddle Hawaii, and everything I've done has led up to this, and it made today a lot easier than it's ever been. And not that it was easy, it wasn't, but I felt fit, I felt good, and I knew that I was going to win. And I think this kind of race, you have to go into it knowing that you're going to win.
So not only do you have to be physically strong, but there's a mental game as well.
Absolutely. Once you're, when you're at this level, the guys and the girls, the elite race, it's 80% mental, 20% physical, I think. And if you have any doubts, then that's what's going to make you get defeated for sure.
Well, congratulations. Our women's champ, strong in mind, strong in body. Congratulations once again, I don't know, for the 20th time. Congratulations, Candace Appleby.
I'll tell you what, right now let's take a break and we'll have more action coming up here at Gerry Lopez Rainbow Sandals Battle of the Paddle. Stay tuned.
As California's first state beach, Doheny covers 62 acres of scenic oceanfront and beckons to all those seeking sun, sand, and surf. Doheny State Beach is one of hundreds of California state parks, protecting the state's natural and cultural environment and offering high-quality recreational and educational opportunities. Plan your next California State Park adventure by visiting www.parks.ca.gov. California's first state beach. Doheny covers 62 acres of scenic oceanfront and beckons to all those seeking sun, sand, and surf. Doheny State Beach is one of hundreds of California state parks, protecting the state's natural and cultural environment and offering high-quality recreational and educational opportunities. Plan your next California State Park adventure by visiting www.parks.ca.gov.
Welcome to day number 2 of the Rainbow Sandals Gerry Lopez Battle of the Paddle, California. I'm Bo Hodge. Joined along with me is Dan Gavir and Kaipo Guerrero. And guys, event number 1, the long distance race, the 10-miler, Dan.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I mean, we've got the biggest guns in the whole world here gunning for it. And you know what? Today, it's really about the fastest guy and the fastest gal across the line. So I've seen some pretty long unlimited boards out here, and I think we're going to see some unbelievable time. And we're waiting for the start. Looks like they might be delaying it just a little bit.
It looks like we got racers inching up a little bit past the start line, and I don't know if they're going to try to pull these guys back.
No, they've already done it once, so I think Kelly's just, making these guys.
And that's the start, and I heard it. So we've got a watch on it. Bo started his watch. I see someone on a Nash board with a nice start there in the middle. That may be Jerry Bess. Hard to tell from here. Chuck Patterson. We've also got Chuck Glenn, I believe, on this near side with a nice start. Brian Stockdale also on that 19-plus foot long Richmond board that he had custom built for him. A very quick paddler.
And we got one guy coming out from the beach who's a little bit late, and he'll be in the back of the pack. But no staggered start, as you were saying, Dan.
Oh, you're right.
Everybody's on go. All classes. Limited, the 14s and the 12-6.
And another thing, just to update on this race, it looks like I did a little count of racers this morning, and it looks like we have about 258 boards in the water right now.
That's what we were guessing.
Yep.
And before the pre-race, before we went on, we were saying looks like 200, looks like more like 250, and we were just 8 numbers off. So 181 contestants last year in the distance race, 258 this year, so obviously growing leaps and bounds.
Hey, we got an update from the field right now for the girls. Well, as we expected, Candace Appleby way out in front.
Huge
maybe a
lead.
15 board length lead right now.
On the bark.
And that's going down, so she's going to improve on that coming back.
Very strong into the wind.
The Kiwi, Annabelle Anderson, in second place. Jenny Kalbach in third, and Brandy Baksick in fourth right now.
Yeah, but we can see Danny Ching out in the lead, and we're seeing a draft in a pack for second place led by Rob Rojas.
That's right. So look at these guys. They're timing it perfectly. Look at the way they're paddling. All 3 of those guys have paced out each other perfectly. They're paddling on different sides depending on where they are on the draft. They're just focused on the guy in front of them. Their board's probably going to be about 3 or 4 feet ahead of them. On the Unlimiteds, that wake that gets pushed out goes a little bit farther back than maybe a 12-6 or a 14. So they're about 4 or 5 feet apart, and they're just pacing each other stroke for stroke. And you know what? Right now, it's all about efficiency. It's all about utilizing every muscle group in your body to spread the load out so that you have some, gas in the tank for that sprint at the finish. Because I guarantee with a mile left, these guys are going to spread apart, and it's going to be a horse race to the beach. That's right. It's awesome. So again, we got to thank Rainbow Sandals for having the vision several years ago with Sparky, putting it together with Barrett, and really putting Battle of the Paddle on the map as the premier elite race that really guides a lot of the other categories, fields, and a lot of things we do in stand-up are compared to the Battle of the Paddle.
Look at on our screen, we can see Team Trout right there just going off.
Totally. And we still got Danny Ching in the lead, Rob Rojas. Be nice to get another update here. I'd love to bring everyone up to speed, especially with the ladies out here. You know, and this year, you know, we've always got pretty intense competition with the men, but this year it's about the ladies. The competition there is fierce. And you know what? Candace Appleby has a much bigger target on her back than Danny does right now, I feel like. There's a lot more guys out there that can give him a run for his money, but right now, Candace Appleby absolutely dominating, and she's got some gals breathing down her neck, and we got some dark horses here that who knows could come out of the woodwork and really come forth at this event.
Guys, we're at 48 minutes, 32 seconds into this race, and just watching Danny Ching, he just grabbed his camelback to get some fluids there, but his technique is so smooth and so efficient.
That's right, and he's been so dialed. I mean, I can't imagine how many millions of strokes he's taken in his lifetime, but this guy has it down to a science, and you can see the way he paddles. He holds his paddle quite a bit wider than a lot of other people, and people might ask, why is that? Well, getting that lower hand down closer to the blade means more leverage over the power.
Here we go, Danny Ching, Rob Rojas coming in. Time of last year's win for Danny Ching, 102.19. We are at 113.47 and counting.
That's right, and I think we're within
5 minutes or so?
5 to 6 minutes of Danny Ching running across the line here. And, you know, I think this is about the time now where, you know, Rob Rojas has to really put the pedal down, and I don't even know if he's going to be able to make up that much distance in as little time as left in this race. So it's looking like Danny Ching's going to easily take this at this point unless Rob Rojas pulls out the wave jet or something.
And Rob looks like he's in a real secure second place as well. So it looks like the real battle is going to be who's going to podium for third place.
Remember,
because there's a pack there.
Remember, guys, money for only the top three. So that second pack who battling for third place, where we saw third through seventh between Travis all the way down to George Cristant. I mean, only one of those guys is going to get money. Here we go, 62-year young Gerry Lopez in the blue jersey right there, guys.
All right, so there's Gerry on screen right now, and keeping up with the rest of the gang right there.
But right now we're looking at Danny Ching almost going down here as he gets ready. He's setting up this buoy turn, paddling on the outside there. So he's going to paddle on the left, and that's going to help turn his board to the right. You see he's shuffled to the back of his board, doing a little bit of a pivot turn here. And I see a swell coming up, and you know what? S3 didn't catch Danny, or maybe they caught him, and Danny caught back up. He's like, you know what? One person, three people.
Bring it on.
I don't care. I'm taking
this
everyone
is going
out.
to be cool. The
But
S3 catching
look at the
a wave.
bump behind it. The guys are waiting for
They're
the bump.
waiting for it. They're planning their attack right now.
But Danny's found one on the inside.
That's right, and let's watch him surf it in here, right here. 2011 Rainbow Sandals Battle of the Paddle. Repeat champion Danny Ching paddling that 404 unlimited board, full carbon. The part owner of 404, Danny Ching, running across the line with an unofficial time of about 1 hour and 17 minutes. So
1:17:03 right now.
Unofficial, and right now looking at the S3, Dave Bainey out front.
It's
Slater Trout in the back. Our Team Infinity coming in. They're going to time it out with the waves, and they bring it in perfectly. There's Steve Bainey grabbing that board that he shaped and totally stoked with his S3 paddlers. Coming in, a big high five for all three of them, Slater, Trout, and then bib number 678. Who do we got
678.
there?
I thought it was 578. I'll get his name for you here in a second.
Rob Rojas coming in on that SU Sup Company board, brand new company on the
Chance
scene.
Fielder.
Chance also joining the S3 crew, Team Infinity, winning that S3 class completely uncontested. I want to find out the specs on that board. It's like 19 foot,
Well,
32
we'll send
inches
Kaipo
wide.
Guerrero down, and he'll interview not only Danny Ching and Rob Rojas, but he'll get Team 3 there's S3, led by Slater Trout, and here we go.
Rob Rojas coming across the line, probably about 2 minutes behind Danny Ching here.
1:18:13, so a full minute and 15 seconds.
Let's see if these guys are going to pick up on the same wave, and this is going to come down to a sprint up the beach, just like we thought. Two of the fastest guys coming out of the Southern Hemi there. Jamie Mitchell on your right, 10-time prone Molokai champion, and Travis Grant on your left.
I got to give Travis the advantage
Travis
because
has
he's
the
closer
edge.
towards the running finish and shoot.
Definitely Travis on the edge, but you know what? Jamie's going to carve over to his right. It's going to be a foot race up the beach. Jamie coming in here will be real interesting. These guys are really good friends, too. So, Jamie coming in with a good little final bust there, and they're up the beach. Jamie with the nose on Travis Grant. Jamie taking the cash there away from Travis Grant. And that's Travis is gonna add that to another disappointing finish. I talked to him yesterday. He said, you know, Dan, that was like the roughest day I've ever had on the water. And I don't think that fourth place sprint up the beach is gonna help that.
Let's throw it down to Kaipo Guerrero. He's got our champion, Danny Ching. Take it away, Kaipo.
All right, yeah, thank you. I am with our champ, Danny Ching. Danny, congratulations. Stoked for you. Back in the winner's circle right here. Danny, tell us a little bit about your race. We noticed the time was a little bit slower than your time last year on the same exact course.
Yeah, definitely. There was a little bit of current out there that was pushing into us off the start, and I kind of realized that about 20 minutes in. I ran past the thing at Kelp, and I saw it pulling the other way, so I figured if I can get a big enough gap, then hopefully no one will be able to reel you in on the downriver portion.
Yeah. Well, good job. I mean, you got that big gap right there, and you kept it up for the entire race. Talk a little bit about what you were paddling today.
Today I had a 404 unlimited board. It's 18 feet long. It's designed off our 14-foot board, which I've had a lot of success on this year. And it's only the second time I've used it. I pulled it out once in February for a race, and I won that one, and I figured I'd pull it out for this thing. I was a little intimidated by some of the new designs coming out. Every year there's something bigger and badder. I saw a 21-footer out there, a 19.7, and I was just glad the board worked really well today.
Well, it sure did. Congratulations, Danny Ching, our 2011 distance champion here at the Battle of the Paddle. Back up to you, Bo.
And there's Candace Appleby, our first female. Time ticking, 1:29:30. And here comes Candace. She's coming down here, and she's got a very, very good, respectable time. Oh, my God. Candace Appleby, way out in front in the Wahine division of the long-distance race. And there's your champion for the Rainbow Sandals, Gerry Lopez. Battle of the Paddle, 10-mile race. Candace Appleby, courtesy of Honolulu and San Clemente. She is splitting both home ships back in Hawaii, and she's even carrying up her board. Look at that. Look at that. She's determined.
Nice,
Time.
nice work.
1:30, and we'll give her 11 seconds.
Nice job, Candace Appleby. Again, the one to beat.
And also our heads off to all the people online giving us all the great comments and the feedback and the endorsements. Without you people, we would not be here.
That's
and
right.
Tell you what, let's go down to the beach. We've got our women's champion, and guess who would that be? Kaipo Guerrero and Candace Appleby.
Thank you, Bo. I am here with the women's champion, Candace Appleby, and the streak continues. Candace, it seems like about 18 races in a row that you've won, and we're just putting that arbitrary number, but it's right about 18. That is pretty incredible. Tell us a little bit about your race today.
Today's race was good. We started here at Doheny State Beach, went towards the San Clemente Pier and back, and it was kind of challenging because of the changing tides, and there's like a little bit of a side chop and side wind and then like headwind, and so it was a little bit challenging, but I just kind of keep my eyes on the prize, and I think all the racing that I've done this whole summer has really helped my technical skills in racing. So my starts are getting better, my skills with the other races are getting better as well, and you know, it was rough the last 4 miles. I was feeling it. I was kind of overheating a bit, but I was able to pull it off, and I'm stoked, and the day's not over yet.
The day is not over yet. We're going to have the team relays later on this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Tell us a little bit about your equipment. What were you paddling today?
Today I was paddling a 14-foot Joe Bark Dominator. Joe makes the most incredible boards, and it was just flying, gliding so nicely along the water, and I'm stoked to be with Bark and Surf Tech. They take really great care of me, so.
Well, congratulations once again, and the dominance of Candace Appleby right now in stand-up paddle racing is undisputed, and just a great job out there. Very, very, very inspirational. Congratulations.
Little overlook.
Yeah, that's what's happening here. That's the scene, and here we go, Dan.
All right, in first place at the time of 1 hour and 17 minutes flat, bib number 689, and co-owner of 404, Mr. Danny Ching from Redondo Beach.
Yeah, Rob Rojas right in the backyard at San Clemente, coming in a strong second place, followed by Jamie Mitchell from the Gold Coast.
And Jamie Mitchell and Travis Grant coming in on the same wave. Travis Grant had just a little edge over Jamie on the wave, but when they hit the beach running, boy, Jamie kicked it into high gear and was able to get on the podium for a little bit of cash today. Travis Grant in that 4th place spot, paddling that new C4 race board. And then who do we have here in 5th place?
George Cronstead from Tahiti, and then followed by Jared Vargas. This is from Palos Verdes, where he's originally from. He now resides in Hawaii Kai on Oahu.
Lots of experience there in Hawaii Kai, going down to the Outrigger Club there in Waikiki. That is it's become kind of one of the famous downwind runs. And then we've got Thomas Maximus Shanahan right here from San Clemente, California. Always a force to be reckoned with. I can guarantee he is not satisfied with that result, but coming in just 3 or 4 minutes behind Danny Ching.
And the ladies, well, she continues on that run, seemingly unbeatable, 18 straight race wins. Candace Appleby came up on top, and then right behind her,
Annabelle Anderson, coming all the way from Australia, or New Zealand, I should say, paddling for Starboard. Annabelle Anderson, she wants it so bad, and she's been in that 2nd place spot, and she has a little bit of ground to make up there on these long distance races, but she's right there nipping at Candace's heels, and I know for a fact they're going to be trading some paint here in the future of this sport.
That's right.
It's in a reggae man style. Wow. Gonna rock for a while. Common sense of me a style. Lord have mercy. Oh my Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Lord have mercy. Here I come. Oh Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Lord have mercy. Here we come. Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Nothing like a real nice day on the beach to make you feel so fine. And there ain't nothing like a nice song swimming in the ocean, playing in the bright sunshine. But you gotta think world peace, come